Join me as I try to pray the Sacred Heart of Jesus prayer every day for a week and share my experience with you. Today, we're going to dive into the significance of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the importance of prayer in connecting with this devotion. This powerful symbol of God's love and compassion has been a source of comfort and strength for millions of people around the world, and I'm excited to explore it with you. So many of us want to make prayer a bigger part of our daily lives, but it can be tough to get started. We might feel like we don't know where to begin, or that we're not doing it right. We might struggle to find the time, or to stay focused. We might even feel like we're just talking to ourselves, and that prayer isn't really making a difference. I know I've been there, feeling like I'm just going through the motions, without really connecting with God. But I've learned that it's in those moments of struggle that we need prayer the most. When we're struggling to make prayer a priority, it can be easy to get discouraged and give up. We might feel like we're not good enough, or that God isn't listening. But the truth is, God is always listening, and He wants to have a relationship with us. He wants us to come to Him in our struggles, and to share our hearts with Him. And that's exactly what praying to the Sacred Heart of Jesus is all about, sharing our hearts with God, and asking for His guidance and comfort. We might also struggle to make prayer a habit, especially when life gets busy. We might mean to pray, but then something else comes up, and before we know it, the day is gone. But the truth is, prayer doesn't have to be some big, elaborate production. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, and saying a quick prayer to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. It can be as simple as asking for help, or guidance, or comfort. The important thing is that we're taking that time to connect with God, and to share our hearts with Him. The Sacred Heart of Jesus is a symbol of God's love and compassion, and it's a reminder that we are never alone. The heart is often seen as a symbol of love and emotion, and when we pray to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, we're asking for God's love and compassion to fill our hearts. We're asking for His guidance and comfort, and for the strength to follow Him. And when we pray to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, we're reminded that we're not alone, that God is always with us, and that He cares deeply about our struggles and our triumphs. The Sacred Heart of Jesus is also a reminder of the sacrifice that Jesus made for us. He gave His life on the cross, out of love for us, and that's a powerful reminder of the depth of God's love for us. When we pray to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, we're reminded of that sacrifice, and we're invited to respond with our own sacrifice of love and devotion. We're invited to give our hearts to God, and to ask for His guidance and comfort in return. I'll never forget the time when I was going through a really tough season in my life, and I felt like I was all alone. I was struggling to find the strength to keep going, and I felt like I was at my breaking point. But then I started praying to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and everything changed. I felt a sense of peace and comfort that I had never felt before, and I knew that I wasn't alone. I knew that God was with me, and that He cared about my struggles. And in that moment, I felt a sense of transformation, like my heart was being changed from the inside out. As I continued to pray to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, I started to feel a sense of joy and peace that I had never known before. I felt like I could face anything, as long as I had God by my side. And that's exactly what praying to the Sacred Heart of Jesus is all about. It's about finding comfort and strength in God's love, and asking for His guidance and direction. It's about sharing our hearts with God, and asking for His heart in return. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a reminder of the power of prayer and the comfort found in the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Praying to the Sacred Heart of Jesus is not just about saying a few words, it's about sharing our hearts with God, and asking for His love and compassion. It's about finding comfort and strength in His presence, and asking for His guidance and direction. So I encourage you to take some time today to pray to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and to ask for His comfort and guidance in your life. Thanks for joining me today, and I'd love to hear about your own experiences with the Sacred Heart of Jesus in the comments below. If you're looking for more content on related prayers or devotions, be sure to check out our next video.